Friends, can anybody tell me what exactly self-inductance is? Any of y'all? Yes, Aman, can you? Or Uday, or Shikhar, Rishabh, Anushka? Friends, okay, okay, doesn't matter, Shikhar. Friends, self-inductance है क्या मालूम है? There is a small EMF induced. There is a small EMF induced in a coil, in a coil due to rate of change of magnetic flux. Rate due to rate of change of magnetic flux associated with the same coil. यानी एक ही कॉइल के अंदर फ्लक्स चेंज हो रहा है और वहां पे इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ सेटअप हुआ है. Now, let me put forward this part in a simple way. Listen carefully, students. Suppose if in case if I happen to go for an electric bulb, okay, I'm taking a simple kind of an electric bulb, and this electric bulb is connected to a supply voltage, okay, positive and negative, and this is my load, that's a resistance. What happens? The bulb starts glowing. Agreed? The entire current is entering into the bulb and the bulb will glow to its maximum. Now, in the second case, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to take a simple copper wire and winding in form of a solenoid. Please listen carefully. And now I'm connecting to an external source. Agreed? और यही जो bulb है, now I'm connecting across this. Now, can you tell me what's going to happen in this case? ये है तुम्हारा load, that is resistance. ये है तुम्हारा एक simple copper wire. Students, a simple copper wire wound in form of a single helix. Single helix is called as an inductor. Okay, is called as an inductor. So if somebody asks what is an inductor, तो तुम्हारा आंसर क्या होना चाहिए? एक simple copper wire जिसको हम लोग ने wound किया है in form of a helix. ये है inductor. That's all. So now I've taken a simple inductor over here and I've connected to the bulb. Now when I make the current to flow over here, what's going to happen? Can I say out of the total current flowing over here, part of the current will enter into the inductor, as well as part of the current will enter into the resistance also, students? Agreed? So what is a helix? Can you tell me what exactly it is? What is a helix? Of course, it means when I consider the single helix structure, so it's inductor we consider is, and it's connected across with it. So what's going to happen in this case? The conductor is this particular, it's a simple copper wire wound in form of a single helix. So the current enters over here and splits up. Agreed? It splits up. Now when current is entering over here, students, will this particular bulb will glow? Some part of the current is entering into the load, some part is entering into the bulb. Will the bulb will glow? Students? In order to glow the bulb, I have to increase the magnitude of current. Doesn't matter. I'll try to go for a simple resistor. थोड़ा सा रेजिस्टेंस मैंने कम कर दिया, करंट ज्यादा जाएगा, लेकिन बल्ब तुम्हारा ग्लो होगा. स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पे बल्ब ग्लो होगा, मैंने यहाँ पे रेजिस्टर डाल दिया, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. अगर मैं यहाँ पे रेजिस्टेंस थोड़ा सा कम करता हूँ, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ करंट बढ़ेगा. Agreed? And the bulb will glow to its maximum. But what happens? Is there any current flowing in the inductor also? Yes. What exactly this current will try to create? Students, if you carefully look into it, if I give you an inductor, and if a current is flowing into the inductor, if the current is set to flow in the clockwise direction, students, clockwise direction, what exactly you'll get? You'll get a polarity, south, iske aage wala north hoga, south, north, so this end becomes north. Agreed? So is there any magnetic flux linked to the coil? Is there any magnetic flux linked to the coil? Is there any magnetic flux linked to the inductor? You will say yes, sir. अब मुझे बताओ स्टूडेंट्स, क्या ये सेम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, ये सेम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इस इंडक्टर के साथ में एसोसिएट हो रही है कि नहीं हो रही है? यही फील्ड लाइंस यहां से बाहर निकलेगी स्टूडेंट्स, एंड इट्स गोइंग टू गो इनसाइड बैक. यहां से फील्ड लाइंस आर कमिंग आउट and it's going to go inside back to the same inductor. That means what is happening? What exactly we consider is there is some flux associated with the coil. There is some flux associated with the coil, and that flux is dependent on what? That flux is dependent on what? Onto the magnitude of current flowing through it. The answer is, students, अगर suppose तुमने magnitude of current बढ़ाया, तो flux बढ़ेगा. So at the same time, this coil is associated with the flux. Students, what have we learned in electromagnetic induction? What have we learned in electromagnetic induction? जहां पे change in magnetic flux हो रहा है coil के साथ में, what's going to happen to that particular coil? The coil will generate some potential difference across its end. Students, ये जो ध्यान से सुना students, what am I trying to say? ये जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड वापस उसी कॉइल के अंदर जा रही है, I get it? और जैसे जैसे तुम्हारा मैग्नेट ऑफ करंट बढ़ रहा है, there is a flux associated with the same coil. तो उसकी वजह से होगा क्या? ये जो एंड्स ऑफ द कॉइल है, इसके अराउंड एक पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस सेटअप होगा, यानी एक एक्सटर्नल पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस है. There is one more EMF setup over here. What is that EMF is called? This is called as back EMF. A backup we consider. लेकिन ये बैक ईएमएफ का काम है क्या? बैक ईएमएफ का काम यही है कि अगर, ध्यान से सुनना, अगर if there is a growth of current, friends, if there is a growth of current, it will try to decrease the growth of current. It will try to stop the growth of current. Back EMF. And if there is a decrease in current, this back EMF will support the coil. Are you getting this part? क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो EMF इंड्यूस होगा ना स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पे जो EMF इंड्यूस होगा, उसका डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट will try to oppose the growth of the main current. और अगर सपोज बाय चांस यहाँ पे अगर मेन करंट का मैग्नीट्यूड कम हुआ, तो वो अपने में से करंट इस कॉइल को भेजे. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स? Students, is this much clear? Then only I'll proceed further, and it's of no use.
Explain this back EMF part again.
Back EMF part once again, students. Listen carefully. To go ahead further, I make it very clear. A simple bulb I've taken and connected to a source. The bulb is going to glow. But now what I do to the same bulb, I've taken a simple copper wire bonded across that we consider, and I'm making current to flow through it. Now I found out that my bulb is glowing, but at the same time, is there any current flowing in the coil? Yes, there is some current flowing. उसकी वजह से हुआ क्या? So there is a magnetic field set up. What is that? That effect is called magnetic effect of electric current. Yani due to current, do we have magnetic field? Yes. Agreed. Due to current, do we have magnetic field? Yes. लेकिन अगर मैं magnitude of current बढ़ाता हूँ students, तो flux associated with the coil also is increasing. That means is there strength in the magnetic field is also increasing? Yes. Means what am I going to get? Sir, I'm getting a varying magnetic field. Now students do keep in mind, क्या ये varying magnetic field is trying to associate with the same coil? Yes, sir, ये coil तो वही है, जैसे ये magnetic field यहाँ से आके वापस उसी में जा रही है, और वो varying है. What exactly this leads to? This leads to electromagnetic induction, a reverse of magnetic effect. This was put forward by Hans Christian Ørsted. This is put forward by Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday ने क्या बोला था? अगर कोई भी कॉइल, कोई भी कॉपर वायर, कॉपर कॉइल के साथ में अगर मैंने मैग्नेटिक फील्ड वेरिंग रखा, एसोसिएटेड रखा और वेरिंग रखा, तो क्या होगा? एक ईएमएफ इंड्यूस होगा। हाँ, इंड्यूस हो रहा है, तो वैसे यहाँ पे भी ईएमएफ इंड्यूस हो रहा है, यहाँ पे भी एक पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस क्रिएट हो रहा है। Of course, that is a low potential difference, but there is a potential difference created. उसको हम लोग ने नाम क्या दे दिया? Back EMF. Why the word back EMF? What's the reason for it? यानी if in case यहाँ का current कम हुआ, if the current from the main source decreases, the back EMF supports the system. And if I switch off the circuit, look over here, I'm removing the circuit, students over here. If I switch off the circuit, will my bulb will still glow? Yes, because of this back EMF. यानी अगर मेरा करंट का ग्रोथ कम हो रहा है तो बैक ईएमएफ अपना करंट भेज देगा बल्ब। अगर ये करंट ज्यादा इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो उसको अपोज करेगा। So back EMF opposes the growth of the current and back EMF supports the decay of the current. But in all the cases your bulb is going to glow. ये बल्ब कब तक ग्लो होगा? कब तक ग्लो होगा? जब तक बैक ईएमएफ होगा। बैक ईएमएफ कब तक होगा? जब तक देयर इज चेंज इन मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स लिंक्ड विद द कॉइल। और ये चेंज इन मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स डजंट बिकम जीरो इंस्टेंटली, स्टूडेंट्स, इट टेक्स सम टाइम। इट टेक्स सम टाइम। Now suppose I want the bulb to glow longer. Students, I want the bulb to glow longer in spite of switching it off. I want the bulb to glow longer. तो तुम क्या बोलोगे? सर बैक ईएमएफ को बढ़ाओ। बैक ईएमएफ को कैसे बढ़ाते हैं? सर रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स को और बढ़ाओ। उसको कैसे बढ़ाते हैं? सर ऐसा करते हैं ना, कैसे करते हैं ना, बल्ब वही रखते हैं, सर्किट में सोर्स वही रखते हैं, आपने सेल दिया है, रियोस्टेट को एक कांस्टेंट मेंटेन करते हैं। लेकिन अब मैं क्या करता हूँ? सर मैं एक सॉफ्ट आयरन रॉड लेता हूँ। ध्यान से देखना स्टूडेंट्स, आई एम टेकिंग एन आयरन रॉड, अ सॉफ्ट आयरन रॉड, and now I'm taking my copper wire and I'm winding my copper wire onto it. Means can I say now this will lead to more back EMF? Are you getting students? Look at this diagram is exactly the same. What exactly an inductor is? A simple copper wire wound in form of a helix. That's all, single helix. यही कॉपर वायर को मैंने कहाँ पे वाउंड किया है? मैंने सॉफ्ट आयरन रॉड पे ले लिया। अरे सर यहाँ पे तो अभी ज्यादा इंड्यूस मैग्नेटिज्म होगा, यानी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड भी ज्यादा होगा क्योंकि सॉफ्ट आयरन डाल दिया। पहले तो एयर कोर था सोलेनॉइड, पहले तो ये एयर कोर सॉलिड था, हवा था अंदर, खाली था। Students, it was completely empty. The entire helical part was empty. There was air. But now this is a soft iron core. Oh, sir, B for a medium plus B for air core. What we learned in toroid part of it. तो सर यहाँ पे तो चेंज इन फ्लक्स ज्यादा होगा, तो यहाँ पे तुम्हारा बैक ईएमएफ भी तो ज्यादा होगा। यस। अगर मैं सपोज स्विच ऑफ कर दूं करंट, क्या मेरा बल्ब अभी भी फ्लो होगा? यस। That is what we call the concept of self-inductance. So in self-inductance, students, there is an EMF, there is a flux associated with the current. There is rate of change of flux associated with the coil due to change in current in the same coil. That means your d phi by dt, students, associated with the coil is directly proportional to what exactly I'll consider will be what? Rate of change. So I can consider flux is directly proportional to current. Agree, students? When I try to remove the symbol of proportionality, what am I going to get? I'm going to get L into I, we consider. Agree? Where L stands for what? Coefficient of self-inductance that depends on the material. Where let us differentiate both the sides with respect to time, because I need rate of change of magnetic flux. That we equal to L into di by dt we consider. But we know that there is an EMF induced, we call, and that EMF we call as back EMF. This is what we call as a back EMF induced in the same coil. So E is equal to what? Negative d phi b by dt we consider. Agree, students? Can I substitute this back over here? Yes. What exactly? E will be equal to negative L into di by dt, students. And this is your back EMF relation. What does negative sign shows? What does negative sign shows? It opposes. If the current का growth बढ़ता है, main current का growth बढ़ता है, तो back EMF उसको oppose करेगा. अगर मेन करंट कम होता है तो बैक ईएमएफ उसको सपोर्ट करेगा टू हैव इट्स ओन करंट फ्लोइंग इन, so it opposes the growth of current, or if the current is decayed, it will try to increase the current flowing into the circuit. That is the purpose of back EMF. So when somebody asks you what is back EMF, what will be your answer? Your answer will be an EMF, an EMF induced, an EMF induced in a coil, in a coil. किसकी वजह से? due to rate of change of magnetic flux associated with the same coil, not any other. This is what the concept of your self-inductance is, and this becomes your mathematical formula. E is equal to negative L into di by dt. Now if somebody asks where exactly its practical application is, students, a simple example, students, simple example, you're watching your idiot box, you're watching your TV set. Students, answer सुनना, TV set है. Agreed? तुमने remote से off कर दिया. Do you see for every TV set, screen के नीचे एक red light दिखाई देती है? हाँ, students? Do you see that bulb glowing? Now what do you do? What do you do? Switch off the mains. Switch off the mains. Do you find out the bulb switching off instantly? Students, will you find out that the bulb of that particular device gets switched off instantly? No, it will take some time. It is on for some time and then it gets switched off. वो कब तक on रहेगा क्योंकि there's a back EMF setup. Back EMF को बढ़ाओगे कैसे? Copper wire लो, साथ में software डाल दो अंदर. That's all. This EMF so induced is simply considered as in volt. Rate of change of current, it's ampere second inverse. The unit of self-inductance is simply Henry. So what exactly self-inductance I can consider? It's EMF upon what? Rate of change of current. That's your formula for coefficient of self-inductance. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Now if somebody asks you, is there any energy stored over here? Yes, sir. When I switch off, of course, there is some work done. There is some work done by this particular back EMF to store some energy. So what is the work done? Just listen carefully. Work done in order to store this electrical energy in an inductor, students. Listen carefully. Work done in order to store electrical energy in an inductor is given by the formula. Work done or energy of an inductor, students, is given by the formula half into L into I square. Half into L into I square. What does L stands for? Coefficient of self-inductance. What does I stands for? Current. Students, this formula goes exactly by analog. Now suppose if one asks that, how do you get this relation? A simple way of putting it. Students, can I erase this diagram? I'll erase only this part. So it's work done is equal to power into time. Power is equal to work upon time. So work is power into time. Power is equal to E into I into time. The small amount of work done for short interval of time. Of course, there is some work done in order to store that energy in form of electrical energy. That is for short duration. ये bulb कब तक glow होगा? For short duration. हेलो, जब भी तुम स्विच ऑफ करते हो, ध्यान से सुनना, टीवी चालू है, तुमने रिमोट से स्विच ऑफ कर दिया, फिर तुमने पीछे का मेन स्विच ऑफ कर दिया. Does the red light of that particular TV set get switched off instantly? No, it'll take some time. That is, of course, a small time. The work done during that time to store the energy is E into I into dt. What exactly E I can write down in terms of? E is equal to what? L into what exactly? Di by dt. Dt will get cancelled. Is that clear? L into I, sorry. L into I we cancel. Okay. If I solve it, it's L into I into dt. Integrating both the sides. Not trying to integrate integration of dw is w. That's the energy. L is constant. What is integration I into dt? I square by 2. What's the formula? Half L I square. ये तो मैंने बताया. This answer will be in Joule. क्या ये clear हुआ? Students? Is this clear, students? Work
Yes, sir.
done is L is equal L into di into I and integrating it. अब ये क्या है? How do you remember, students? Students, this is simple analog to translational kinetic energy. So what's the formula for translation kinetic energy? Half mv square. That means that's an inertness offered to the motion of a body due to measure of mass. The inertness offers to the flow of current is due to the coefficient of self inductance L. Material को भी depend होता है. तो ये है translation kinetic energy. ये है electrical energy and inductor. What about rotational kinetic energy? Half I omega square. ये सारे analog है. ये सारे analog है. ये सारे analog हो. How do students remember? Half L I square we consider. Half I omega square. Half mv square. ये तीनों students remember together. Whenever they try to go for translational half mv square, they remember rotational half I omega square. Directly, they remember the electrical energy stored in an inductor. That is half L I square. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we go for the concept of mutual inductance. What exactly? In this case, students, simple questions can be put forward. Agar suppose दो inductor series में दिया है, okay, so simple your effective inductance is L1 plus L2. Students, go for the formula for series. If two inductors are connected in parallel, simply you can go for reciprocal. 1 upon L effective is 1 upon L1 plus 1 upon L2. The way you go for resistance, exactly you can go for inductor also. लेकिन यहाँ पे प्लीज कैपेसिटर्स जैसे नहीं है. अगर दो कैपेसिटर सीरीज में तो इफेक्टिव इज 1 upon C for them. सीरीज के लिए पैरेलल का फॉर्मूला यूज करते हैं, पैरेलल के लिए सीरीज. लेकिन यहाँ पे if two inductors are connected in series, effective inductance we consider is summation of them. For parallel, go for reciprocal of each. Summation of the reciprocal. Is this clear, students? Can I erase this now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, students. Now we have your concept regarding your mutual inductance. Students, mutual inductance. Where M stands for coefficient of mutual inductance. Okay, it depends on to the materials. Okay. Now, what exactly mutual inductance? It's a simple concept which most of you all must have done in class 10 under electromagnetic induction, students. If somebody, I know about it, whether you have learned transformer, students. Okay. If somebody asks you what's the principle used in a transformer, students, those students who have done the class 10th and those students who are from IGCSE or from ISC or sorry from ICSE, over there clearly they've given about electromagnetic induction. But students, यहाँ पे principle for a transformer is mutual inductance. ये concept आता है students वहाँ पे. And ये है क्या? There is a mutual give and take relationship. It's a mutual coordination between the 2 points. I'll make it more easier in this case, students. Suppose if I happen to go for a coil, okay, and this particular coil is connected to an alternating supply. Okay, this is an alternating current. Let me call this as my primary coil. The other coil is placed coaxially. So call as my neighboring coil, galvanometer, and that's a centrally zero galvanometer. And ये दोनों coil कैसे किया? मानो students, मैंने I've drawn the diagram in a plane, but actually they are in this manner, parallel to each other. Coaxial. That means they have the common center. The centers lie along the same axis. Students, if I see over here, this is the center we consider. Okay, this is how it is. This is the axis is the same, students. It's the same axis. Okay. So both the coils are parallel in this manner. Agreed. One of them is called as a primary coil. The next one is called as a secondary coil. Now see, there is a supply in primary coil. but there is no supply in neighboring coil, called as a secondary coil. I've connected galvanometer. That means due to this, we get current over here. That means what exactly we consider? Current is flowing. Students, current is flowing. Suppose if I say this is the flow of current, if I say the conventional flow is in this direction, and ye positive मैंने लिया, ये negative, because this is what kind of a supply? Alternating supply. Should alternating supply, yani for a time interval of 0.01 second, this is positive half cycle, ये positive बनता है और ये negative बनता है. फिर उसके बाद में for the next 0.01 second, students, positive becomes negative. Positive then becomes negative and negative becomes positive. तो ये है तुम्हारा negative half cycle के लिए. और वो polarity change करता रहेगा. Agreed? So we have current in which coil? Sir, we have current in the primary coil. उससे होगा क्या? सर एक मैग्नेटिक फील्ड क्रिएट होगा. यानी स्टूडेंट्स प्राइमरी कॉइल में कौन सा इफेक्ट है? प्राइमरी कॉइल में कौन सा इफेक्ट है? तो तुम्हारा आंसर है सर मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट. सिंपल है. करंट एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, करंट एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, पोलैरिटी यहाँ पे नॉर्थ, पीछे की तरफ साउथ, क्योंकि हर एक फेज डाइपोल होता है. बता चुका हूं मैं लास्ट लेक्चर में. एक नॉर्थ होगा, एक साउथ होगा, तो क्या फील्ड पास होगी? डेफिनेटली फील्ड पास होगी. कहां से कहां पास होगी? सो द फील्ड विल बी डायरेक्टेड फ्रॉम वेयर टू वेयर, फ्रॉम साउथ inside, and from here the field is going to come out. This is how the field lines are going to go. This is how the field lines are going to go. ये field lines कब तक रहेगा? For the positive half cycle, when this end is positive and this end is negative. क्या ये clear हुआ स्टूडेंट सबको? This much clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Now सुनना. अगर suppose ये जो neighboring coil is placed very close to it, and the field is passing through it. Now, as the field moves towards it, as the field is approaching towards the face of the neighboring coil, how the two coils are placed coaxially. Field is passing into the face, mukhra, of the neighboring coil. What's going to happen? Will there be any EMF induced? Yes. How do you come to know? How do you come to know? So we look at the galvanometer. The galvanometer is showing a deflection. As if the north is approaching towards the face of the coil, so we can get current in anti-clockwise. Considering this as positive potential, this is negative potential. Now what happens when the direction of current gets reversed? That means for the second half cycle, let me put with the red. For the second half cycle, my positive becomes negative, my negative becomes positive. तो होगा क्या? होगा क्या? सर ये जो north है ना, ये जो north है ना, वो बन जाएगा south. Please, now I'm going to merge the diagram. Don't get confused with it, please. Red with red, blue with blue. ये south हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा north. तो अभी क्या फील्ड अंदर जा रही है या फील्ड बाहर की तरफ निकल रही है? हाँ स्टूडेंट्स, फील्ड इस तरफ जाएगी ना, इस तरफ जाएगी ना, पर यहाँ से फील्ड बाहर आएगी, यहाँ से फील्ड बाहर आएगी, यहाँ से फील्ड बाहर आएगी. Agreed? So is the south approaching, the south is going away from it. So south is now considered, and south is now coming closer. We can consider in that case. South is facing towards it. South is facing towards it. The polarity over here will be south. So its direction of current will get reversed. Yani in the first case it's anti-clockwise. Now the current will be clockwise. Deflection also will get reversed. And what is happening? What is happening? Due to supply of alternating current in a primary coil, are we generating an alternating current in the secondary coil called as a neighboring coil? Yes. इसकी वजह से हुआ है, because of the rate of change of magnetic flux. This rate of change of magnetic flux किसके साथ में associate हो रहा है? The rate of change of magnetic flux, let me put only magnetic flux. This magnetic flux is linked with the neighboring coil. Let me put this as coil 2 and this is coil 1. The flux is linked with the second coil with respect to the first one. And that is all because of what? That is all because of the current flowing in the first coil. क्या ये clear हुआ proportionality? जैसे मैंने सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस में बोला था फ्लक्स इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू आई, वैसे यहाँ पे भी फ्लक्स इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू आई, लेकिन फ्लक्स किसके साथ में लिंक हो रहा है? नेबरिंग कॉइल. क्यों भाई? क्योंकि there is a current in the first coil. लेकिन is it a steady current? No sir. There is a rate of change of current. यानी differentiate करना जरूरी हो जाएगा. अगर ये सिंबल ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनलिटी सिंबल को मैं निकाल देता हूँ तो क्या मिलेगा मुझे? सर ये तो मिलेगा आपको कैपिटल एम, क्योंकि वहां पे भी सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस कांस्टेंट था, यहाँ पे कैपिटल एम कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस कांस्टेंट होगा, इनटू I1 आएगा. ये म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस किसके बारे में बता रहा है? सर ये बता रहा है सेकंड कॉइल के बारे में. Mutual inductance of the second coil we consider with respect to the first one. Is this a coefficient? Yes. Now, if I happen to differentiate both the sides with respect to, of course, we can consider differentiating rate of change of flux in the second coil. Agreed? M will be constant due to the rate of change of current in the first coil. Where is the EMF induced, students? Can you tell me where is the EMF induced? Is the EMF induced in the neighboring coil? Yes, there is an EMF induced in the neighboring coil, students. So how do you put forward? EMF in the second coil induced due to the first one, and that is equal to what? That is equal to what? Negative rate of change of flux. Students, rate of change of flux linked with the second coil. क्या ये clear हुआ students? E का फॉर्मूला क्या है? नेगेटिव d by dt. We have proved it. लेकिन EMF कहाँ पे सेटअप हुआ है? सेकेंड कॉइल. किसकी वजह से? रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ फ्लक्स इसी में है, और इसमें रेट ऑफ फ्लक्स चेंज किसने करवाया? Due to change in current in the first coil. Students, please don't get confused with 1, 2, 2 and 1, but this is very important. EMF is induced in the second coil. The answer is how to remember it. EMF is induced. Forcefully we are trying to have a potential difference. कहाँ पे? In the second coil. क्यों भाई? EMF कैसे induce हुआ? तुम बोलोगे सर due to the flux in the second coil. लेकिन ये flux in the second coil को provide किसने करवाया? Current due to the first coil. That is why when students try to remember, they get mess around with it. But when you understand properly, you cannot forget things, students. So now when I speak about it, your EMF in the second coil is due to the flux in the second coil. If I substitute back over here, what's my formula? So E21, substituting this, we consider. So it's minus mutual inductance in the second coil due to a rate of change of current in the first coil. That becomes my formula. So how do students remember? The answer is they don't. They remember what? How do they remember? EMF induced in the second coil. And that is because of rate of change of current कहाँ पे? In the first coil. तो यहाँ पे constant क्या आएगा? सर ये second coil का material के ऊपर है. That means it's the mutual inductance of the second coil. But why do we use negative sign over here? Students, self inductance में negative sign क्या बता रहा था? Opposes the growth of current. अगर करंट बढ़ रहा है तो उसको अपोज करना है, अगर करंट कम आ रहा है तो वो सप्लाई करेगा. वो नेगेटिव साइन वहां पे था. यहाँ पे ये नेगेटिव साइन क्या बता रहा है? So this negative sign speaks about Lenz's law. Why? When north was facing towards it, the current was in anti-clockwise, opposes the cause. When south was facing towards it, the reading, the current was clockwise. तो ये जो नेगेटिव साइन है स्टूडेंट्स, ये लेंस लॉ के बारे में. तो स्टूडेंट्स, जब भी तुम सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस और म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस को ध्यान में रखो, तो नेगेटिव साइन वहां पे इज यूज्ड टू अपोज द ग्रोथ ऑफ करंट और टू सपोर्ट द डीके ऑफ करंट. Whereas यहाँ पे negative sign in mutual inductance simply speaks about Lenz's law. Is this clear? Unit, volt, capital M, Henry, di by dt, ampere per second. So the unit of self-inductance, coefficient of self-inductance and coefficient of mutual inductance is exactly the same. क्या ये clear हुआ students?
Yes.
Can I erase this now? Ashwin, can I erase it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today your topic will be computer students. That's simply now LCR circuit is like that's all. It's an easy concept, that part of it. Okay, students, now listen carefully. Now you have your simple transformers, which most of you all are aware about. Okay. Since the word transformers is actually what you know, it's not a measuring instrument. Students, the transformer is an electrical component. Okay. Electrical component, okay, used to vary magnetic or alternating EM. Students, ये कंपोनेंट है जो मैग्नेट ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटिंग इम्पल्स को वेरी करता है, यानी बढ़ाना हो तो बढ़ा भी सकते हो, कम करना तो कम भी कर सकते हो. किसका? ऑल्टरनेटिंग ईएम. ये है ट्रांसफार्मर का कंसेप्ट. Since transformers are used in order to convert low voltage to high voltage to low voltage. A simple example I must have told in the last lecture. Students, the supply at your home is 220 volt for a single phase wire. ये बता चुका हूँ. अगर घर के अंदर सिंगल फेज वायर तो 220 वोल्ट है. लेकिन अगर तुम देखोगे तुम्हारी ट्यूबलाइट के अंदर जो घर पे है, ट्यूबलाइट अगर तुम देखोगे स्टूडेंट्स, क्या वो ट्यूबलाइट इज अ करंट कंजम्पशन डिवाइस? डज इट कंज्यूम्स हेवी करंट एज कंपेयर टू फिलामेंट बल्ब्स? तो तुरंत स्टूडेंट नहीं सर. अगर if I take a filament bulb at a home, that's why halogen bulbs are filament bulb. Nobody tries to put it now. Everybody goes for LED. They are not going for filament bulbs because filament bulb or tungsten filament bulbs or halogen bulbs, they get heated up. They consume more current. And mind you, students, the electric bill what has been paid, the electrical charges which have been charged from you by the electrical departments, the companies, they charge onto consumption of current and not onto voltage. Students, they never charge onto voltage, they charge onto current. How much is the current consumed by your appliance? That means, and for how much time you have used it. That is more important. So यहाँ पे अगर 220 volt supply है single phase के लिए, single phase wire. Students, the word phase का मतलब क्या है? Live wire. Government issues 3-phase wire to every residential. Every residential consumer के पास में 3-phase wire government provides it. अभी तुम्हारे पे डिपेंड है कि तुम्हें 1 फेज से काम चलाना है, 2 फेज से चलाना है, 3 फेज से चलाना है. A single phase wire has a maximum current carrying capacity of 25 to 30 amperes. अगर तुमने 3 ले लिया तो total summation can go to 90 amperes. That all depends on to what are the appliances you're connecting in a home. Now see, this is 220 volt supply, single phase. Tube light consumes very less current. Current consumption is very less. But tube lights have been operated at a high voltage. Students, high voltage of nearly equal to 1000 volts. So जो सप्लाई घर के अंदर 220 है, आता है 1000 volts का सप्लाई तुम्हें चाहिए ट्यूबलाइट को फंक्शन करने के लिए. यानी ये अचानक वोल्टेज बढ़ा कैसे? ट्रांसफार्मर्स की वजह से. तभी जाके एवरी ट्यूबलाइट के अंदर there is an inbuilt inductor, we consider inbuilt, we consider transformer. There's a transformer coil inside it which tries to raise the voltage. Same kind of transformers are used during the supply station, all the way from power generators to your home. कहाँ पे transformers are stepped up, कहाँ पे transformers are stepped down, changing the EMF. So as you go on changing the EMF, there is change in current also. So what is a transformer? A transformer is an electrical component used to vary the magnitude of an alternating EMF. अब ये कैसे होता है क्या है? इसलिए हमने आगे एडी करंट्स के बारे में पढ़ा. हमने आगे एडी करंट्स को मिनिमाइज कैसे करते हैं क्योंकि वो हीट प्रोड्यूस होगा. Students, what are eddy currents? We consider as small circular currents generated in a soft iron core. How to minimize eddy currents? Students, eddy currents को कैसे minimize करते हैं? So eddy currents electrons की वजह से, तो number of electrons को कम कर दो. तो जो core है उसका वॉल्यूम कम करो, उसका सरफेस एरिया कम करो, क्योंकि एडी करंट्स बढ़ने से हीट एनर्जी बढ़ती है. तो हीट एनर्जी को कैसे कम करते हो? उसको लैमिनेट करो. So what do you do, students? You take such kind of soft iron core sheets, single sheet, try to cut it from the center, laminate it, and like that, such kind of sheets you keep it. This is how it is. N number of sheets, 50 to 100 sheets together will form one transformer. ये अंदर hollow है, students, ये अंदर hollow है, तो मैंने surface area कम कर दिया. हर एक शीट को मैंने लैमिनेट किया। लैमिनेट का मतलब क्या, उसको पेंट करके दिया या तो उसको वार्निश में इमर्स करके फिर रखा और फिर उनको साथ में ले लिया। फिर नाउ आई एम टेकिंग वायर्स टू बी वाउंड। नाउ सी आई हैव सम वायर्स टू बी वाउंड ओवर हियर। This is my input circuit, IP input circuit, aggregate, which is alternating. This is called as my primary coil. Now on the other side, I have a secondary coil I can consider. I can have secondary coil. Now see, I've taken more number of turns on this side. That depends. How many turns you have taken? You want more or less? तो ये मेरा कौन सा हुआ? Secondary coil. यहाँ पे output क्या होगा? Let us understand that. ये क्या है? Soft iron core. Agree students? Now the answer is no. Please pay attention. ये तुम्हारा सप्लाई, ये तुम्हारा इनपुट है स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पे तुम्हारा आउटपुट होगा। बाहर की तरफ am I getting a direct current or am I getting an alternating current? That's what a transformer is up to. Now the answer is no students. इनपुट के अंदर alternating current है. Listen carefully students. Suppose if I see that this end is connected to positive potential and this end is connected to negative potential, because it's alternating. Let us go back to alternating. Alternating current is a sinusoidal wave. Sinusoidal wave. This is the positive half cycle, this is the negative half cycle, students. And if this end remains positive, this end remains negative for a time of 0.01 second. उस टाइम पे क्या होता है? तो सर उस टाइम पे तो ये करंट नीचे से जा रहा है सर, और ये एंटी क्लॉकवाइज। अगर मैं फिंगर नीचे से लूं, so look at my finger, it's going एंटी क्लॉकवाइज। तो सर यहाँ पे पोलैरिटी होगी नॉर्थ, यहाँ पे होगी साउथ, करंट ये आ गया ऐसे। सर अगर ये नॉर्थ और साउथ हुआ यानी मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट हुआ, है ना स्टूडेंट? समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Please try to think properly and get the answers accordingly. Try to make it easy students, बहुत easy है। okay, ये नॉर्थ और साउथ है तो क्या होगा फील्ड? सर फील्ड यहाँ से बाहर आएगी, ये ऐसे जा रही है फील्ड, ऐसे जा रही है फील्ड, है ना? यानी देखो there are 3 field lines coming out. Students, what is number of magnetic field lines passing normally from a given surface? Magnetic flux. That's a definition. So is there any loss in flux? Is there any loss in flux? अरे हाँ सर, फ्लक्स का तो लॉस है। 3 में से ये लाइन तो इस तरफ जा रही है, ये लाइन सीधी जा रही है। कौन सी लाइन नेबरिंग कॉइल में जा रही है? ये वाली जो पास होकर ऐसे जाएगी। स्टूडेंट्स देखो ना, ये वाली पास होके जा रही है ना? बाकी ये तो लॉस हो गया। फिर भी is there any flux now getting associated with the neighboring coil? Yes. Is there any flux now getting associated with the neighboring coil? Look at the soft iron. There are electrons inside. Can I say electrons will now start moving due to the external magnetic field? अरे हाँ सर, एक टाइप का करंट सेटअप हुआ है। ये देखो ये नॉर्थ है, जैसे ये नॉर्थ अप्रोच यहाँ पे होगा स्टूडेंट्स, ये नॉर्थ जैसे अप्रोच हुआ, यहाँ पे पोलैरिटी नॉर्थ होगी, यहाँ पे साउथ होगी। नॉर्थ का मतलब कैसे होगा? करंट एंटी क्लॉकवाइज में, यानी ये पॉजिटिव और ये नेगेटिव। क्या ये ब्लैक पार्ट क्लियर हुआ सब? हाँ स्टूडेंट्स, yani for 0.01 second, if this end is positive, this end is negative, this end becomes positive, this end becomes negative. But now, does the current remains constant over here? It's alternating. Now what happens? Your positive becomes negative, your negative becomes positive, your south will become north, your north will become south. Field are now going to enter over here. The polarity which was south now becomes north. The polarity which was north will now become south as the direction of current got reversed. Yes. What am I going to get? What am I going to get? I'm going to get an alternating current in my output circuit. Since the direction of magnetic field goes on changing, what about the electrons also? They'll go on changing their direction. Will they generate some eddy currents? Yes. यहाँ पे eddy current setup हुए हैं. Foucault current, whirlpool currents, वो eddy currents करेंगे क्या? Eddy currents ये soft iron core को गर्म करेंगे students, क्योंकि frequent collision होना शुरू हो जाएगा। लेकिन क्या is it possible the way I've given the shape of the core? No. Why? Because sir, you have reduced the volume first of all. Then you have cut the central part, and you have reduced the surface area. So what did I do? I've tried to minimize the number of electrons, which were the cause for heating effect. Then I took them into sheets because volume was considered, and I took each sheet and I varnished them. I took that each sheet and I varnished. I put each sheet and I painted them in that case. So what am I trying to do? I'm preventing the heat energy. Because अगर मैं ये नहीं करता ना स्टूडेंट्स, और उसके ऊपर वायर्स बाउंड है, अगर सपोज मैं लैमिनेट नहीं करता, मैं एक बड़ा सा वॉल्यूम स्टूडेंट्स, एक बड़ा सा मैं एक स्लैब लेता आयरन सॉफ्ट आयरन कोर का और सिर्फ सेंट्रल पोर्शन को काट के फिर मैं करता, तो मेरा वॉल्यूम ज्यादा होता, एडी करंट ज्यादा होता, वायर गर्म हो जाता, वायर मेल्ट हो जाता. So now can I say if input is alternating, output is also alternating? What kind of coordination is this? Is this self inductance or mutual inductance? Sir, self inductance तो उसी कॉइल में सब कुछ हो रहा था, करंट भी उसमें जा रहा था, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड भी उसी में सेटअप हो रहा था, और वो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड की वजह से उसी में ही ईएमएफ सेटअप हो रहा था. लेकिन यहाँ पे तो ये आपका प्राइमरी कॉइल है, इफेक्ट हो रहा है सेकेंडरी कॉइल पे. अगर यहाँ पे तुम्हारा इनपुट इज ऑल्टरनेटिंग, आउटपुट इज आल्सो ऑल्टरनेटिंग. Is this clear, students, working of a transformer?
Yes, sir.
Now let us go for its mathematical relation. Let us go for its mathematical relation. Let us assume that my transformer is 100% efficient. Students, let us go for its efficiency. How exactly you go for efficiency? Students, efficiency in mechanics is what? Power output upon power input. भले तुम efficiency mechanics में पकड़ो, any kind of chapter in work energy power ले लो. Efficiency is what? Power output upon power input. वही efficiency if you happen to go for electricity के अंदर, what exactly efficiency? यहाँ पे भी क्या होगा? Electric power output upon electric power input. अगर मैंने assume किया कि मेरा ट्रांसफॉर्मर 100% एफिशिएंट है, जो कभी होता नहीं है, क्योंकि वो इलेक्ट्रिकल कंपोनेंट है स्टूडेंट्स. बिकॉज देयर आर लॉसेस इन अ ट्रांसफॉर्मर. अभी तो मैंने बोला ना, देयर इज अ फ्लक्स लॉस, है ना, लॉस ऑफ फ्लक्स. Agreed, there is loss in the flux. There is loss due to the resistance in the copper wire, heat of the copper wire we consider. Okay, there is a loss due to small eddy currents. There is some loss we consider, but we have tried to minimize to a great extent. लेकिन अभी हम अज्यूम करते हैं कि मेरा ट्रांसफॉर्मर 100% एफिशिएंट है. चलो, तो एफिशिएंसी इज व्हाट? पावर आउटपुट अपॉन पावर इनपुट. सर आपने बोला 100%. 100% का मतलब क्या? 100/100 यानी 1 हुआ. उसका मतलब आप क्या बोल रहे हो? पावर आउटपुट इज इक्वल टू पावर इनपुट. ये कौन सा पावर है? इज इट मैकेनिकल पावर? नो, इट्स इलेक्ट्रिक पावर. पावर आउटपुट का मतलब क्या हुआ? पावर आउटपुट का मतलब क्या होगा? पावर इज इक्वल टू ई इंटू आर, ईएमएफ इंटू करंट फ्रॉम योर 10th स्टैंडर्ड. आउटपुट कौन सा है? सर सेकेंडरी कॉइल. पावर इनपुट क्या है? EP IP. Am I getting a ratio? हाँ sir. ES upon EP is equal to IP upon IS. क्या ये clear हुआ students? This is my equation number 1.
Yes, sir.
जहाँ पे अभी देखो what kind of a variation exists? Sir inverse. Sir अगर तुम देखो students, जहाँ पे EMF in the secondary coil बढ़ेगा, वहाँ पे करंट कम हो जाएगा. उसमें करंट कम हो जाएगा. जहाँ पे EMF कम होगा, वहाँ पे करंट बढ़ जाएगा. ये तुम्हारा रिलेशन है EMF with current. How do we get this? By assuming that your transformer is 100% efficient. अभी दूसरा बात, suppose now if I say there is no flux loss. Let me go for only there is no flux loss. उसका मतलब क्या? उसका मतलब number of magnetic, ध्यान से सुनना, number of magnetic field lines passing normally from primary coil, all of them enter into the neighboring coil. There's no, that means can I say rate of change of flux in primary coil is exactly equal to the rate of change of flux in the secondary coil. क्या ये clear हुआ? When there is no flux loss. यानी अगर यहाँ से 10 field lines are coming out, students, 10 field lines are coming out from a given face area, same face area we have it over here. Suppose if I say 10 magnetic field lines are coming out in time 2 seconds, exactly in the same 2 seconds, all 10 lines are entering inside. So can I say rate of change of flux in primary and secondary is the same? So we are assuming that there is no flux loss. What's the formula for EMF? Students, what's the formula for induced EMF? Induced EMF is what? Negative N into d phi by dt. Did you get this? Which I told you earlier. ये कहाँ से आया था हमें? ये कहाँ से आया था? Faraday's second law, mathematical representation. the magnitude of induced EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux linked to this coil. So E is equal to negative n into d phi by dt. So now can I say d phi by dt into primary coil means can I say minus E upon n for primary coil is equal to minus E upon n for the secondary coil. Negative sign will get cancelled. So can I say EMF in primary upon number of turns in primary, EMF in secondary, number of turns in secondary. So can I say ES upon EP will be equal to NS upon NP. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ तुम्हें? स्टूडेंट्स ये तुम्हारा इक्वेशन नंबर 2 है. इसको तुम क्या बोलोगे? This is called as turn ratio. Friends, this is called as turn ratio. But now if you see equation 1, equation 2, your left hand sides are equal. Therefore, right hand sides are also equal. The left hand sides are equal. Therefore, right hand sides are also equal. So can I say ES upon EP is equal to NS upon NP is equal to IP upon IS. ये क्या हुआ तुम्हारा transformer ratio. Students, turn ratio is simply ratio of EMF to number of turns का ratio. Transformer ratio is a ratio of all. Now see over here. What are the types of transformer? Two types, step up and step down. In a step up transformer, number of turns in the secondary coil, if it's greater than number of turns in the primary coil, such a transformer is called as a step up transformer. वहां पे EMF in the secondary coil will increase, current will decrease. लेकिन अगर suppose यहाँ पे मैंने number of turns कम कर दिया था secondary coil में as compared to that would have been step down transformer. EMF कम होता, current बढ़ता. Is this clear? The two types of transformer, students. Step up transformer, step down. Step up transformer increases the voltage in the output, but decreases the current in the output. Step down transformer decreases the voltage in the output, but increases the magnitude of current in the output. What is the turn ratio? ES upon EP is NS upon N. If number of turns upon number of NS, if NS upon NP is greater than 1, that's step up transformer. If NS upon NP is less than 1, step down. What is this? It's a transformer ratio. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can I erase this now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, students. Now we go for your last part of it, students. Okay, your AC voltage applied. AC voltage applied to a pure resistor, inductor, capacitor. Three simple circuits we consider. Okay. Now, in each case, let us say the EMF instantaneous, which is supplied, is E naught sine omega t, which everybody knows, which I've derived it also earlier. E is equal to E naught sine omega t, students. Now, students, ध्यान से अंदर, try to understand, students. मैंने क्या किया मालूम है? मैंने एक रेजिस्टेंस लिया, एक प्योर रेजिस्टेंस लिया, सिंपल लोड. हम लोड को डायरेक्ट करंट भी कर सकते हैं, ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट भी, लेकिन अभी ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट के हिसाब से लेना है. Now, suppose if I take this particular resistance and I'm connecting to an alternating supply, this is simply for alternating source. Let us say the EMF is E and the current over here is I. Students, this E which I am trying to enter inside is E instantaneous, which changes with respect to time. This is I instantaneous. The formula for instantaneous is E naught sin omega t in all the cases. क्या ये diagram clear हुआ students? Students, I'm speaking only for pure resistor first. Then I'm going to speak about a conductor, an inductor. And then I'm going to speak about capacitor. So I'm going to supply an alternating current to this as well as alternating current to this. And your last part of your chapter will be LCR circuit. All three together. But first you need to understand individually for all of them, students. क्या ये circuit diagram clear है, students?
फिर से explain कीजिए ना diagram.
Pardon?
Resistor diagram फिर से explain कीजिए ना.
Yeah, this is a pure resistance. I've taken it and I'm connecting a bulb is connected to a socket. You have a bulb at home, okay? You have a socket and there's a switch. You connect a bulb into the socket. This is that diagram. What is the current entering to the switch? What is the current into your home? Alternating current. AC.
Yes.
And alternating current का मतलब क्या? It's a waveform. Students, it's a waveform. It's a waveform. Now a student can say, sir, उसका waveform का मतलब तो bulb का current maximum होना चाहिए, फिर कुछ टाइम पे बाद में जीरो होना चाहिए, फिर वापस मैक्सिमम होना चाहिए, फिर जीरो होना चाहिए. यानी अगर मैं बल्ब को कनेक्ट करूँ सॉकेट के अंदर स्विच ऑन करूँ तो मेरा बल्ब ऐसा ग्लो होना चाहिए, फिर डिम होना चाहिए, फिर ग्लो होना चाहिए, फिर डिम होना चाहिए, लेकिन कभी होता नहीं है ऐसे. Reason, students, frequency of alternating current in India is 50 hertz. Mind you, students, the current is brought to zero. The current is brought to zero, but to an observer, the illumination is not the dwindling of doesn't get it because it's due to persistence of vision. The process is so fast that due to persistence of vision, students, you'll find out all your electronic gadgets work in consistency. क्या ये clear हुआ, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The frequency is very large, students. यहाँ पे. Now I have taken a pure resistance and connected to an EMF, students. Now listen carefully. When I speak about for pure resistance, students, my instantaneous EMF is given by the formula E naught sine omega t. Agreed? So what exactly my I instantaneous? So you'll say, sir, I instantaneous into R will be equal to E naught sine omega t. Okay, because E is equal to I into R. So what exactly I instantaneous? E naught by R sine omega t. What is I instantaneous? Will be equal to what? I naught sine omega t. What is E naught? What is I naught? This is called as peak EMF and this is called as peak current. What is the relation of peak EMF with RMS? Of course, your E naught is equal to root 2 times ERMS. Your I naught will be equal to root 2 times IRMS. What is ERMS and IRMS, which I told in the last lectures? It's root mean square current of EMF and root mean square current of current. We consider. So ये तुम्हारा E naught. यानी now when you see the two expressions, students, look at the two expressions. एक है E naught sin omega t और दूसरा है I naught sin omega t. मुझे बताओ students इन दोनों के बीच में phase difference क्या है? What is the phase difference between the two? You may say this is also sin omega t, this is also sin omega t. So what exactly phase difference? Zero. That means if I have an EMF of E naught sin omega t associated with a pure resistance, the current is I naught sin omega t. There is no change in phase. The phase difference is zero. What is the resistance? What is the resistance of this particular circuit will be? What exactly R I can write in terms of? R I can write in terms of what? I can write down as what? In terms of E naught upon I naught, which can be written in terms of ERMS upon IRMS. This is the resistance of the circuit. The resistance is always in O. If I happen to draw a phasor diagram for the students, before going for phasor diagram, let us go for graphical way of representing it. Now look over here, students. If I happen to go for graphical way of representing, On x-axis, I'm putting omega t. On y-axis, I'm taking E or I. ध्यान से सुना students, okay? E or I. Let us go for different phase. Phase different. 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Students, your EMF, your E is equal to I into R. Students, your E is equal to I into R. If in case, if you look at your formula for E, it's a sinusoidal waveform. I को भी देखोगे तो it's a sinusoidal waveform. ये क्या है? Amplitude. ये भी क्या है? Amplitude. All of you all have done SHM, simple harmonic motion, equation of a progressive wave. Any equation which is given in the form of y is equal to plus or minus a sine omega t plus or minus kx. It's an equation of a progressive wave. है ना? So वैसे ये तुम्हारा क्या होगा? ये amplitude है. E naught and I naught क्या है? Amplitude है. और ये waveform में है. अगर मैंने इसका वेवफॉर्म ड्रॉ किया तो कैसे होगा? सो दोनों साइन वेव है, यानी दे शुड स्टार्ट फ्रॉम एक्स एक्सिस, ओरिजिन से शुरू होंगे. यहाँ पे ई नॉट के बारे में आएगा तो स्टूडेंट्स मेरा वेवफॉर्म ऐसे आएगा. फिर यहाँ पे आएगा पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ साइन थीटा. साइन ऑफ 0 is 0, साइन ऑफ 90 is plus E0, साइन ऑफ 180. तो आई गेट अ वेवफॉर्म इन दिस मैनर. एग्रीड स्टूडेंट्स? इज दिस क्लियर? ये किसका है? ई नॉट का है. फ्रेंड्स, क्या ये वेवफॉर्म क्लियर हुआ सबको? हाँ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
अगर वो मुझे आई नॉट का चाहिए तो कैसे होगा? हाँ सर, वो बात है कि ई नॉट इज इक्वल टू आई नॉट इंटू आर, तो आई नॉट इज ई बाय आर. स्टूडेंट्स, आई नॉट क्या? ई बाय आर, यानी मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ, ध्यान से सुनना, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ पीक करंट विल बी लेस देन मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ पीक ईएमएफ. स्टूडेंट, जब तुम आई नॉट का ग्राफ प्लॉट करोगे विद रिस्पेक्ट टू इट, तो वो ग्राफ थोड़ा सा छोटा होगा. सिर्फ फर्क वो है, यहाँ पे आई नॉट आएगा. यानी देखो, आई नॉट का मैग्नीट्यूड का मैं पीक, इसका मैग्नीट्यूड ज्यादा है. लेकिन look, are these two particles are in same phase? Yes sir, pi by 2. Phase difference is 0. Now at this instant, yes, phase difference is 0. At this instant also the phase difference is 0 between two. The phase difference is 0. So in case of when an AC voltage is applied, listen students carefully. When an AC voltage is applied to a pure resistance, what is your final answer? Your E and I are in same phase. That means the phase difference will be equal to 0. अगर इनका मुझे फेजर डायग्राम बनाना है, ये तो वेव डायग्राम है स्टूडेंट्स. फेजर डायग्राम में क्या करोगे? X axis, Y axis. Listen carefully students. Agreed? If I happen to go for E versus I, we consider, यानी you can go for E and I. in both cases ये तुम्हारा E और I का कंसेप्ट आएगा. चलो को भैया 0. Now listen carefully. What exactly this will represent? So this will represent I naught. Sorry, ये तुम्हारा I represent करेगा. Agreed? और ये तुम्हारा क्या represent करता है? I naught. Magnitude of I naught. See, your I and E are in same phase, तो E naught यहाँ पे होगा. और उसका correspondingly this part. See, this is sin theta, students. What is sin theta? What is sin theta? Opposite upon hypotenuse. Students, opposite. Sorry, opposite is E upon hypotenuse. Listen carefully, students. Opposite is E. Hypotenuse is E naught. So what is the formula for E? What is the formula for E? E naught sine omega t. Am I getting that answer? ये है तुम्हारा फेजर डायग्राम. लोगों भैया आर ई एंड आर इन सेम फेज. यस सर, दे आर ट्रैवलिंग इन द सेम डायरेक्शन, दे आर इन सेम फेज. हां, सिर्फ ये है कि ई नॉट का मैग्नीट्यूड ज्यादा रखा है, आई नॉट का मैग्नीट्यूड मैंने कम रखा है. यानी ये हुआ मेरा ई नॉट साइन ओमेगा टी और ये है ई. ये है मेरा आई नॉट साइन ओमेगा टी और ये आई. Is this diagram clear to all of you? Sin theta, opposite of one hypotenuse. Same thing, sin theta for the smaller one, opposite of one hypotenuse. So students, whenever they go for, listen carefully students, whenever they go for a circuit consisting of pure resistance students, then what exactly are E and I? E and I are in same phase. The phase difference is equal to 0. Now students, if somebody asks you, can you find out the average power in this case? Students, average power क्या है मालूम है? ये पार्ट है. ये दोनों के बीच के जो मीन होगा ना, वो है average power. Means if I happen to go for the mean line, let me put it this way. एक dotted line I'm trying to put. This is called as the average. ये है तुम्हारा average power. And power is what? E into I. It's a product of E into I. अगर किसी ने पूछा what exactly power average, or you can say instant, let's go for instantaneous power first. What is instantaneous power, students? Is E instantaneous into I instantaneous. क्या ये clear हुआ students? Students, power is equal to E into I. ये किसका formula है? Instantaneous. ये किसका formula है? I instantaneous का formula है. What is power instantaneous? E into I. I want to find out average power, students. What is the formula for average power we consider? What is the formula for average power, students? Average power, students, is defined as work done. ध्यान से सुनना. Work done by one complete alternating cycle. Work done by one complete alternating cycle to the time taken by that cycle, which is periodic. So power is equal to work upon time. Power is equal to work upon time. This work done total for one complete cycle is simply what? The total work done for one complete cycle is what we consider as, we simply considering as integration of P instantaneous into dt for one complete cycle 0 to t upon capital T. क्या ये clear हुआ? Power is equal to work upon time. So what is work is power into time. Agar if I ask you what is the work done for one complete cycle, what is the work done for one complete cycle? It's P instantaneous for that particular cycle. Let us say the work done for a small instant. Work done for a small instant is very small. But if I want to find out total work done, then I'll go for integration of P instantaneous into dt. कि dt कहाँ से शुरू होगा? From 0 to capital T. क्योंकि देखो ये 0 है, ये t/4 होगा, ये t/2 होगा, ये टाइम इंटरवल 3t/4 होगा, और ये कैपिटल T होगा, ये वन फुल साइकिल होगा. क्या ये क्लियर होगा? Then I'll move further. Whenever they ask you average power, then average power is defined as, students, the ratio of the work done by alternating cycle, that is work done for one complete cycle, to the time taken for one complete cycle, which is periodic. What is work done? What is the electric work done? This is electric work done for one circle complete cycle. Then your answer should be its integration of P instantaneous into dt. That is from 0 to t. What is P instantaneous? E instantaneous into I instantaneous. What is E instantaneous? E naught sin omega t. What is I instantaneous? I naught sin omega t. यानी तुरंत तुम सोचोगे अभी सर इसको इंटीग्रेशन में डाल देंगे. इंटीग्रेशन में डालेंगे तो ये E naught sin naught दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन होगा. वहां पर E naught I naught साथ में लिखेंगे. sin square omega t into dt पीछे लिखेंगे. And what is integration of sin square omega t into dt? t/2. t/2. Students, इसका फाइनल आंसर क्या होगा मालूम? The final answer is simply, I'm going to get it as what? It's E naught I naught by 2, which can be written as ERMS into IRMS. This is the formula for average power for one complete cycle. किसके लिए? For an AC voltage connected to a pure resistor. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Please, if you solve it, it's very easy. Now, please. Don't say that you don't know integration part of it. Again, I remove power average. Average power का मतलब क्या, students? Average power का मतलब क्या? It's a total work done for that particular time taken. So work done किसके लिए? No, I'm not speaking about half a cycle. I'm speaking about for one complete cycle. तो work done for one complete cycle का मतलब क्या हुआ? Let us find out first work done for a small instant of time, because these are the expression for instantaneous. Hello. So we go for power at that instant for that time, but we need to go for the complete time. तो integration में आएगा ना 0 to t होगा. फिर मैंने p instantaneous का फॉर्मूला डाल दिया, यानी e into i. e का क्या है? ये है, i का ये है. अभी तो चलो दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करो, क्या होगा? e नॉट i नॉट आएगा, वो तो बाहर आ जाएगा. साइन स्क्वायर ओमेगा t into dt क्या होगा? t by 2 हो जाएगा. dt कैंसिल हो जाएगा, नीचे क्या रहेगा? 2 आ गया. तो e नॉट i नॉट by 2 है ना? e नॉट i नॉट by 2. Friends, what is e नॉट by root 2? What is e नॉट by root 2? ERMS. What is I naught by root 2? IRMS. आ गया ERMS इनका. यानी स्टूडेंट्स कभी भी ये ध्यान में रखना, अगर कोई तुम्हें प्योर रेजिस्टेंस देता है और ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट होता है तो सबसे पहला चीज ये ध्यान में रखना दैट T and I are in same phase. ये सबसे पहला रूल. फेज डिफरेंस 0 है. Phase difference 0. Secondly, if they ask you what is an average power for one complete cycle for a pure resistance, ERMS into IRMS. And this is called as your ERMS and IRMS is called apparent power. इसको हम दूसरा नाम देते हैं apparent power. Can I erase this part, students?
Yes, sir.
So students, do keep in mind over here, E and I are in same phase. Agreed? And E naught is equal to I naught into R. Do keep this in mind. Now, let us go for an inductor. This is the coefficient of self-inductance Z. Okay. Now we go for the next part of the derivation, students. Okay. Suppose now if I have to go for an inductor, and please, the way I set it for resistance exactly same mechanism. थोड़ा ध्यान देना students. ये inductor मैंने लिया. Inductor है क्या? तो तुम तुरंत बोलोगे सर, it's a simple copper wire wound in form of a helix. That's what. ये inductor हो गया. And now I'm connecting to what? To an alternating current. Agreed? तुमने बोला कि सर सारों में alternating EMF ये है, लेकिन वो E instantaneous ही है. And that is equal to what? E naught sin omega t. Maybe the current is I, and this is we consider as the resistance. Listen here. Resistance of inductor is called inductive reactance. Friends, resistance of inductor is called as inductive reactance, and it is denoted by variable X C we consider. Sorry, inductor XL. L is a 1. C is for capacitor. यानी इसको हम resistance के हिसाब से लेते हैं, तो the resistance, because see the way I'm getting resistance over here, this particular inductor also has its own resistance, students. So the resistance of this we consider is what? It's called as inductive reactance we consider. Okay. Inductive reactance we consider, and that is XL. And XL का formula होगा omega L, which I'm going to derive it. ये हम derive करेंगे for the time being. So now let us go for students. There is a circuit consisting of an inductor, students. Agreed? An alternating supply we consider. Okay. The E is equal to E naught sin omega t. Current is I. Now, students, in an inductor, students, is there any back EMF setup? Yes. तो E का फॉर्मूला क्या होगा? नेगेटिव L into di by dt. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ for self inductance? Then I'll proceed further, students. Is this part clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Negative sign is about back EMF we consider. अगर suppose मैं यही question magnitude में लिखूं, so can I not simply I can consider L into di by dt. I'm not speaking about its direction, whether it opposes a growth of current, supports the decay of current. I'm not speaking about that now. E is equal to L into di by dt in terms of magnitude. क्या ये clear हुआ students?
Yes.
Can I take di as my subject? So di क्या होगा students? What exactly di I'll write down in terms of it? So it will be E by L into dt. Let me go for the total current flowing through the circuit. So go for integration. Go for integration. What is integration of di? So my answer will be I. Is that clear? What exactly? L, sir, L is the L we consider is a coefficient of self-inductance which depends on the material. Material change नहीं करना तो वो तो constant है. Constant terms कभी integrate नहीं होते तो 1 by L बाहर आ जाएगा. Integration of E into dt. ये E क्या है? ये E ये वाला E है instantaneous. E को कहना रहता है E naught sin omega t into dt. क्या ये clear हुआ students?
Yes, sir.
Now I is equal to E naught. E naught stands for peak EMF students. Can I remove E naught outside? Yes. E naught outside we consider. L will be outside in this case. So what is integration of sin omega t?
Minus 1.
Yes, students. Sin omega t into dt. What exactly? Integration of sin omega t with respect to dt. I mean integration of sin theta with respect to dt. So what exactly comes? What is the answer? Students, tell me.
Minus 1.
Minus cos omega t. What about omega? What about omega? Won't I get omega in the denominator with the minus sign cos omega t?
Yes.
Students, ये होगा तुम्हारा I का फॉर्मूला. ये होगा I is equal to minus E naught omega L cos omega t. अगर तुम ध्यान से देखो तो I क्या बन जाएगा? Minus I naught cos omega t. स्टूडेंट्स अभी ध्यान से देखो, ये एक्सप्रेशन को देखो और ये एक्सप्रेशन को देखो. What do you consider? This is sin theta, this is cos theta. Sin theta, cos theta we consider, and this is direction is reversed. अगर सपोज मुझे रेजिस्टेंस के बारे में, लेट अस गो फॉर रेजिस्टेंस सबसे पहले. व्हाट इज रेजिस्टेंस? तो बोलेगा सर तुम्हारा फॉर्मूला है, देखो ये नेगेटिव साइन तो मैं नहीं लूंगा. व्हाट एक्जैक्टली? E naught upon omega L. सर E naught upon omega L will be equal to I naught. ये देखो ना, इन दोनों को मैं एक्सप्रेशन को इक्वेट करूं तो क्योंकि मैंने इसको I naught ले लिया है. What is E naught? Therefore what exactly? E naught upon I naught. So that will be equal to omega L. So what is E naught upon I naught? Is the resistance of this particular inductor, and that is denoted by XL, which is equal to omega L, which is equal to 2 pi FL, because omega is called angular frequency. This resistance of an inductor is called inductive reactance. The unit of inductive reactance, students, XL is always in ohms. Self-inductance is always in Henry. Omega is 2 pi F and frequency is in hertz. तो देखो ये hertz में होगा, ये ohm में होगा और ये Henry में होगा. क्या इतना क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes.
Now when you look into it, look over here. E and I के बीच में what exactly phase difference? What is the phase difference? सर ये तो sin theta है, ये तो cos theta है, और इस दोनों के बीच में phase difference कितना होगा? Phase difference pi by 2 होगा. एक cos है और दूसरा sin है. क्यों? क्योंकि उनका वेवफॉर्म देखो कहां से. अगर मैं सपोज मैं वेवफॉर्म की हिसाब से डायग्राम ड्रॉ करूं, कहां से देखना. नाउ लेट अस गो फॉर द वेवफॉर्म का डायग्राम. So this is x and y. Let me go for the waveform. If I happen to go for E is equal to E naught sin omega t, so my graph will be in this manner. Agreed? This is 0, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, this is 2 pi, and so on. ये किसके लिए है? E naught, because starting with sin omega t. ये क्या है? Cos. Cosine waveform will start along y-axis. What is the amplitude? Minus I0. And can I say it's starting from negative axis? ये प्लस I0 स्टूडेंट्स, ये माइनस I0, यानी ये ग्राफ क्या है? ENI वर्सेस ओमेगा टी. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes.
Now see if I want to draw the graph, how exactly? Students, minus omega t, देखो ना कैसे आएगा? It will be smaller in magnitude. Students, always जब भी तुम ये डायग्राम करोगे ना वेव फॉर्म का, I को हमेशा छोटा रखना as compared to E, because E is equal to I into R. You certainly obey the rule in that case. So that's what I consider. तो इसका ये होगा. This is how the diagram will be. Is this clear? Did the waveform we consider? Now when you compare, who leads whom? Students, who leads whom? Look over here. I'm getting I is equal to minus I naught cos omega t. Students, can I write on this as minus I naught instead of cos omega t, students? Can I write down cos theta sine of 90 minus theta? Students?
Yes.
So now can I rewrite it? अगर मुझे positive में चाहिए तो can I write down I naught sine of omega t minus pi by 2? then negative sign निकाल दिया अभी. Students? क्या ये clear है?
Yes.
This is a formula for I. Now look over here. This is an expression for I, which is sine of omega t minus pi by 2. And this is simply E in terms of omega t. Students, if I compare between these two, who leads whom? तो बोलेंगे सर ये तो minus pi by 2 है, यहाँ पे तो 0 है. उसका मतलब in an inductor, ध्यान से सुनना, a circuit consisting of pure inductor when connected to an alternating current, your E will always lead I by a phase difference of pi by 2 radians or pi by 2 circle. And this is a very important conclusion from the proof. If one asks you what is the entire proof का conclusion क्या है, तो तुम्हें बोलना है E leads I by pi by 2. Are they in same phase? No, they have a phase difference of pi by 2. But E is leading I at all instants. What is this? This is the formula for, this is the value of instantaneous EMF. This is the value of instantaneous current. So in a pure inductor, E leads I. अगर मुझे इसका phasor diagram करना है तो कैसे करूँगा? देखो ना, phasor diagram अगर मैं करूँ तो short में अगर मैं बता दूँ, तो ये vectors के हिसाब से जाता है, ये पूरा vectors के हिसाब से जाता है. Agreed? तो अगर मैं देखो तो देखो ये E naught का यहाँ से जाएगा, ये तुम्हारा E आ गया, ये तुम्हारा ओमेगा टी. एग्रीड? आई नॉट क्या है? ओमेगा टी माइनस पाई बाय 2 स्टूडेंट्स. यानी मैं क्या करूंगा? ध्यान से सुना स्टूडेंट्स, इसी वेक्टर को मैं एग्जैक्टली एक परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करूंगा. स्टूडेंट्स, इज दिस 90? अगर ये ओमेगा टी है तो ये कितना होगा? 90 माइनस ओमेगा टी आ गया. एंड कैन आई से दिस इज माइनस आई नॉट? सी आई एम गोइंग अराउंड द नेगेटिव. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स? स्टूडेंट्स, इज द फेजर डायग्राम क्लियर हाउ टू ड्रॉ इट? ये तुम्हारा ई नॉट है, ये तुम्हारा आई नॉट होगा. इन दिस केस आई कंसीडर एंड दिस इज आई. इज दिस क्लियर स्टूडेंट्स? Does E leads I? Yes, E leads I by a phase difference of how much? Pi by 2. So this is the waveform diagram. This is your phasor diagram, students. The phase difference between E and I is 90 degrees. Students, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Can I erase for the students? For self-conductor students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. स्टूडेंट्स स्टूडेंट्स एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ सेल्फ इंडक्टर के लिए, प्लीज पे एडिक्शन स्टूडेंट्स. ओके, what is the frequency of direct current? Students, what is the frequency of direct current? Anybody? I gave you the point of difference between alternating and direct. What is the frequency of direct current? What will be the answer? 0 hertz. Agreed? Students, hi na. What is the frequency of direct current? हाँ students? 0 है या नहीं है? अगर frequency of direct current 0 होगा, I get it. So what is the resistance of the inductor? The resistance offered by pure inductor for direct current. The resistance offered by a pure inductor for direct current also will be 0 ohms. That means, will an inductor will block DC or will block AC? तो तुम्हारा आंसर होना चाहिए, since pure inductors offers 0 resistance to DC, thus allows DC to flow through it, but blocks AC. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है जब तुम हिमचर के साथ में करोगे. ये ध्यान में रखना. An inductor will allow direct current but will not allow alternating. Quite opposite in case of a capacitor. A capacitor will block DC students but will allow alternating current. It charges and get discharged. Charge, discharge, charge, discharge. शायद ये point शायद हिमचर ने बोला भी होगा electrostatics में. Now let us go for capacitor part of it. In case of capacitor, what exactly you go for? Sir, you go for a simple capacitor. Okay, this is an alternating current, students. Okay, E is equal to E naught sine omega t. The resistance, students, the resistance of capacitor. What exactly you call this as? Is called as capacitive reactance. This is called as inductive reactance. This is called as capacitive reactance, which is XC. And XC is written as 1 upon omega C, which is 1 upon 2 pi FC. ये तुम्हारा formula. We are going to derive this. Now, this is E naught, the capacity to C we consider is connected across it, we consider. Since let us say the potential difference between the two plates we consider is what? Charge upon the capacitance. So what exactly the charge we consider is Q is equal to C into V. Agree? This is a concept of the capacitor, everybody should know it. अगर मैंने पूछा what is the formula for instantaneous current, students? Of course, dq by dt. ये सबको पता है. Steady current होगा तो q by t, instantaneous होगा तो dq by dt होगा. यानी कहने से I have to differentiate charge with respect to time. Charge को क्या है? CV की जगह पे students मैं लिखूंगा CE, because everywhere मैंने EMF को E डाल दिया है, तो मैं E लिखता हूँ, V की जगह पे E डालता हूँ. ये तुम्हारा E है. तो कहने से differentiating CE by dt, students, क्या ये clear हुआ? Agreed?
Yes.
I instantaneous. Can I remove C constant? Yes, sir. Differentiating what? E का क्या है? E naught sine omega t by dt, students. Is this clear? Students, is this clear with all of you all? Now when I differentiate what exactly? I instantaneous is equal to what am I going to get it? Sir, C तो constant, C तो बाहर है. E naught भी constant होगा. Students, what is differentiating sine omega t?
Omega cos.
Will be cos omega t. Are you getting it? Into omega. है ना students? Into omega. dt by dt होगा. Chain rule. So now can I say I instantaneous, ध्यान से उसको ना, is equal to E naught omega C cos omega t. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ सबको? तो ये फॉर्मूला को देखो मैं वापस लिख रहा हूँ. I instantaneous E naught को वैसे लिखता हूँ, लेकिन अभी देखो मैंने ओमेगा सी को कैसे लिखा, मालूम है? 1 upon omega c. And then I'm writing cos omega t. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ सबको? क्योंकि ओमेगा c न्यूमरेटर में आ जाएगा. Is this equation clear with all of you?
Yes.
Why did I put in this manner? Because I need to get a relation between E, I, and R. EMF, current, and resistance. What is E naught? Upon 1 upon omega C will be equal to I naught. So now did you get the resistance का formula? देखो, E upon I is equal to reciprocal of omega C is resistance, and that is called resistance of the capacitor or capacitive reactance, which is Xc. Now what is Xc? 1 upon omega C, which is 1 upon 2 pi Fc. Your capacitive reactance is in ohms, always. Frequency is in hertz. Capacitance is in farad. The way in case of self-inductance, what exactly was XL? And XL was equal to omega. Students, यहाँ पे XL was equal to omega. लेकिन यहाँ पे तुम्हारा what exactly we consider? Sir, यहाँ पे हमारा E naught is equal to I naught into Xc. And what does Xc be considered is equal to 1 upon omega C, which is 1 upon 2 pi FL. Now see students, अगर तुम ध्यान से देखोगे, what exactly the waveform? Waveform देखो, ये instantaneous का है, E is equal to E naught sin omega t, है ना? I का फॉर्मूला क्या होगा? देखो ये I naught हो जाएगा students. What is I is equal to I naught cos omega t? Students, what is the phase difference between these two? Sin and cos के बीच में phase difference कितना है? Students, what is the phase difference between these two? तो क्या बोलोगे? 180 or pi? Yeah, 0. What's your answer? Of course, this is sine. This is cos we consider. So the phase difference is how much? 90 degree. यानी E and I के बीच में phase difference 90 कैपेसिटर के लिए भी है, इंडक्टर के लिए भी, लेकिन यहाँ पे they are in same phase. अगर यही चीज अगर मुझे cos में लिखना है तो स्टूडेंट मैं कैसे लिखूंगा? I is equal to I naught. What is cos theta? Can I write sine of omega t plus pi by 2 we consider? Students, I is equal to I naught sin omega t. What is sine of omega t plus pi by 2? Can you say cos omega t? क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
तो यहां से क्या पता चलता है? Does E leads I और E lags I? यहाँ पे 0, यहाँ पे प्लस पाई बाई 2. पहले केस में क्या था? यहाँ पे माइनस पाई बाई 2 था, वो 0 था, यानी वो लीड कर रहा था. यहाँ पे E was leading I. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? E lags I. Students, E lags I by a phase difference of pi by 2 in a capacitor. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
Agreed. अब ध्यान से सुनना. अगर कैपेसिटर के अंदर मैंने डायरेक्ट करंट भेजा, ध्यान से सुना स्टूडेंट्स, डायरेक्ट करंट. कैन यू टेल मी व्हाट इज द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ डायरेक्ट करंट? What is frequency of direct current? Sir, a direct current is not a sine wave. You told us the point of difference between direct current and ordinary current. So direct current never changes its magnitude and direction. So frequency of direct current is 0. What is 1 upon 0? What is 1 upon 0? Infinite. So what is the resistance of a capacitor for DC?
Infinite.
Infinite. So does a capacitor offers very high resistance to DC? Yes, therefore a capacitor blocks DC, allows AC. Whereas this one blocks AC, allows DC. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ सबको?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now waveform also is easy. ये साइन है, ये साइन ओमेगा टी प्लस पाई बाई 2 कॉस है, एक कोसाइन वेवफॉर्म है साइन. फेजर डायग्राम में क्या होगा तुम्हारा? E lags I by pi by 2. Agree students? Can I erase this students?
Yes, sir.
The last one, LCR circuit. That will be the end of the chapter. before going for LCR circuit, एक simple concept में डालता हूँ resonance का students. Have you seen तुम्हारा रेडियो रिसीवर गाड़ी के अंदर बैठे हो स्टूडेंट्स और तुमने रेडियो एफएम शुरू किया है, तो रेडियो एफएम को तुम्हारा बैंड फ्रीक्वेंसी के साथ में सिंक्रोनाइज करना होता है. ओके, तो या तो तुम स्कैनिंग करते हो या एट टाइम्स वो फ्रीक्वेंसी पकड़ता है तुम्हारी कार का एंटीना, क्योंकि सारे रेडियो एफएम्स के फ्रीक्वेंसी इज थ्रोइंग ऑन टू योर कार एवरी इंटरवल. सपोज अगर तुम साउथ ऑफ मुंबई से नॉर्थ ऑफ मुंबई चलते हो बाय कार, तो सारे जगह पे रेडियो स्टेशंस होते हैं, वो हर एक अपनी फ्रीक्वेंसीज दे थ्रो. 91.1, 93 मिर्ची, चीकू, सब दैट्स व्हाट दे आर थ्रोइंग ऑन टू इट. एंड थ्रू आउट द जर्नी ये फ्रीक्वेंसीज आ रही है, लेकिन तुम्हारा रेडियो रिसीवर अगर तुमने ट्यून किया तो वो एक ही फ्रीक्वेंसी पकड़ रहा है. तो उस टाइम पे क्या हो रहा है? रेजोनेंस हो रहा है. रेजोनेंस का मतलब क्या? डिस्टर्बेंस इज ऑलमोस्ट जीरो, एम्पलीट्यूड इज मैक्सिमम, इंटेंसिटी ऑफ साउंड इज आल्सो मैक्सिमम, मोर क्लैरिटी. तो वो किसके हिसाब से होता है? रेडियो सिस्टम में होता है क्या? इंडक्टर और कैपेसिटर का ही खेल है. फ्रीक्वेंसी के ऊपर है. देखो सप्लाई कौन सा हो रहा है? ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट हो रहा है स्टूडेंट्स. सो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? ध्यान से देखना. सपोज अगर एक सिंपल कंसेप्ट में देता हूँ, अगर सपोज फ्रीक्वेंसी मैंने देखा है स्टूडेंट्स, if I try to go for it, try to look into it. XL क्या है सर? XL is 2 pi FL. XC क्या है? 1/2 pi FL. अगर मैं फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटिंग साइकिल अगर मैं बढ़ाता हूँ, है ना, फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटिंग साइकिल, तो अगर फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटिंग साइकिल बढ़ रहा है, ध्यान से देखना स्टूडेंट्स, तो XC क्या हो रहा है? XC बढ़ रहा है, कम हो रहा है? हाँ स्टूडेंट्स, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग टू XC if frequency is increasing, XC is decreasing. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ? इनवर्स.
Yes.
यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? अगर मेरा फ्रीक्वेंसी बढ़ रहा है तो क्या होगा? एक्सेल इंक्रीज हो रहा है. यानी अगर सपोज मेरा ऑल्टरनेटिंग सप्लाई है, ध्यान से सुना, मेरा ऑल्टरनेटिंग सप्लाई है और यहाँ पे अगर मैं फ्रीक्वेंसी बढ़ा रहा हूँ, तो रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ कैपेसिटर कम हो रहा है, लेकिन रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ इंडक्टर बढ़ रहा है. तो मुझे ये बताओ स्टूडेंट्स, मुझे ये बताओ, एट अ पर्टिकुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द इनपुट, और वो है एक्चुअली मैचिंग अप विद द वेव बैंड्स. So can I say at a particular frequency, can I say that XL can be equal to XC?
Yes.
अगर XL is equal to XC हो गया, so what exactly I can consider in that case? So can I say your omega L will be equal to what? 1 upon omega C we consider. So can I say omega square is equal to 1 upon LC? So what exactly omega will be equal to 1 upon root of LC? So what exactly 2 pi f is called as 1 upon root of LC. So what's the frequency of resonance? आ गया ये है तुम्हारा फॉर्मूला फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ रेजोनेंस. समझ में आ रहा है? क्लियर?
Yes.
अभी ध्यान से देखना. जब भी तुम रेडियो रिसीवर में देखना स्टूडेंट्स, रेडियो रिसीवर में तीनों होते हैं. यानी वो कौन सा सर्किट होता है? L C R और सप्लाई ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट. अभी ध्यान से देखना स्टूडेंट्स, एक सिंपल कंसेप्ट है which I'm throwing it on. Let us say that the current flowing over here is I naught sin omega t. तो can you tell me what is the EMF will be? चलो बताओ. अगर मैं बोला करंट तीनों सीरीज में, स्टूडेंट्स तीनों सीरीज में, करंट अगर मैंने सब में I naught sin omega t दे दिया, तो मुझे बताओ EMF क्या होगा? तो तुरंत तुम्हारा दिमाग दौड़ना चाहिए, सर करंट अगर आपने तीनों में जोड़ दिया तो सर अगर मैं रेजिस्टेंस लूं तो वो तो सेम फेज में होना चाहिए, यानी मेरा E naught sin omega t इसके हिसाब से आना चाहिए, वो तो रेजिस्टेंस के हिसाब से गया. लेकिन अगर मैं इंडक्टर करूं तो E leads I by a phase. ओ यानी अगर इंडक्टर होगा तो प्लस पी आ जाएगा, फेज डिफरेंस प्लस पाई बाय 2. लेकिन अगर मैं कैपेसिटर तो लैग होता है. ओ यानी सर माइनस भी हो सकता है, तो मेरा E का वैल्यू क्या होगा? E नॉट साइन ओमेगा टी प्लस और माइनस पी. समझ में आया? अगर सपोज मैं यहाँ पे अगर E नॉट साइन ओमेगा टी लेता ना स्टूडेंट्स, तो इसको मैं लिखता I नॉट साइन ओमेगा टी प्लस माइनस पी, कोई फर्क नहीं गिरता. इज दिस क्लियर स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
ये तुम्हारा एलसीआर सर्किट हुआ. यानी E at times leads, E at times lag. Leading we consider an inductor, lagging in terms of capacitor, and this is in same case. ये तुम्हारा एलसीआर सर्किट है. कहाँ पे है? तुम्हारा रेडियो रिसीवर में है. समझ में आ रहा है? तो रेडियो रिसीवर में तुम्हारा ये रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी पे तुम्हारा साउंड की क्यों मैक्सिमम होता है? क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स योर सर्किट नाउ कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ ओनली प्योर रेजिस्टर. ओवरऑल रेजिस्टेंस तुम्हारा बहुत कम हो गया है. current will be large. Let us find out impedance of the circuit. Let us find out the EMF. The total, अगर suppose मैं phasor diagram के हिसाब से देखो स्टूडेंट्स, ध्यान से देखना स्टूडेंट्स, मुझे बताओ ये तुम्हारा x axis, please everybody be with me for another 5 minutes, that's all. ये तुम्हारा x axis और ये y axis. मुझे बताओ स्टूडेंट्स, x axis पे suppose अगर मैंने current ले लिया यहाँ पे, suppose if I happen to consider current is I0, मुझे बताओ प्योर रेजिस्टेंस के लिए is E and I are in same phase स्टूडेंट्स? स्टूडेंट्स तो तुम क्या करोगे? हाँ सर, your EMF of the resistance and the current are in same phase. EMF and the current are in same phase. Of course, for pure resistance. यानी एक ही डायग्राम के अंदर मैं तीनों फेजर के बारे में बता रहा हूँ. इंडक्टर में क्या दिखाई दे रहा है? इंडक्टर में क्या दिखा दे रहा है? तो मुझे सर इंडक्टर में E लीड्स I, तो अगर ये I है तो मेरा E इस तरफ होगा. E leads I by a phase of pi/2. Agreed? Agreed? क्या ये समझ में आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes.
E leads I. What about in capacitor? Does E leads or E lags? E lags. तो कहने से यहाँ पे मेरा E C lags behind I by a phase of pi/2. यानी अगर मैं मेरा डायग्राम देखो EMF के हिसाब से तो ये EL यहाँ पे है, EC का मैग्नीट्यूड कम है और ये ER है. अगर सपोज इसको मैं इस तरफ रिप्रेजेंट करूं वेक्टर को, तो what is the resultant of these two? Can I say resultant of these two will be this reading, which is EL minus EC, and EC is the direction of it. क्या ये वेक्टर नोटेशन क्लियर हुआ? ये तुम्हारा EMF ऑफ प्योर रेजिस्टेंस क्लियर हुआ? इन दोनों के बीच का अगर मैं रिजल्टेंट निकालूंगा तो यही वेक्टर को अगर मैं शिफ्ट कर दूं परपेंडिकुलर, तो ये क्या हुआ? EL minus EC. How do I find out the resultant? How do I find out the resultant? Tail, head, tail of the first vector, the head of the second vector with a phase of E. Now in this case, if I happen to go for it, this becomes my resultant. So what is my resultant in magnitude? My resultant magnitude will be under root ER the whole square plus EL minus EC the whole square. क्या ये clear हुआ students?
Yes, sir.
What is E? I into R. E is I into R. तो कहने से E, यहाँ पे E को कहना रहता है in terms of I into R. Yes. Current into resistance तो कहने से this will be I naught square. यहाँ पे भी I naught square तो कहना put I naught बाहर आ जाएगा. ब्रैकेट में क्या आ जाएगा? सर ये होगा R square. इसका रेजिस्टेंस होगा XL और इसका रेजिस्टेंस होगा XC the whole square. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
Now if I happen to consider, if I consider this particular in terms of E is equal to, ये तुम्हारा peak EMF है स्टूडेंट्स, सॉरी ये peak EMF होगा क्योंकि I naught लिया ना तो ये E naught होगा स्टूडेंट्स, ये I naught लिया तो E naught होगा, ये peak क्या होगा? What is E naught? Answer now. What is E naught upon I naught students? Is the total resistance of the circuit. Students, E naught and I naught is a total resistance. Can I put this as Z? Can I put this as Z? That's the total resistance. What is Z I'll call? Impedance. Now can you give me the formula for Z? Z क्या हो जाएगा? Under root R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. So now when somebody asks you what exactly for an LCR circuit, what's the total resistance of the circuit? The total of the circuit is in ohms, and that is equal to R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. Now suppose if I happen to go for a radio receiver, in a radio receiver, as the frequency goes on changing, at a particular frequency, your XL becomes equal to XC. That is resonance frequency. अगर XL को मैं XC बना दूं, तो ये तो जीरो हो जाएगा ना स्टूडेंट्स? स्टूडेंट्स ये जीरो होगा कि नहीं होगा? अगर ये होगा तो मेरा बचा क्या? सर्किट में बचा क्या? प्योर रेजिस्टेंस. यानी ओवरऑल रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ सर्किट बढ़ा या कम हुआ? रेजिस्टेंस कम हुआ. करंट विल इंक्रीज एंड दैट लीड्स टू एम्प्लीफिकेशन. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
So please, when you go for an LCR circuit, do keep in mind what exactly the formula for impedance of a circuit. The formula for impedance of a circuit is under R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. That's in ohms. If somebody asks you, chalo, if somebody asks you, can you give me the formula for power? Instead, the way we did it, what is the power of an LCR circuit? तुरंत तुम्हारा आंसर होना चाहिए. So देखो average power का formula क्या है? Please everybody, the same way what he did it. So average power का मतलब क्या है? Total work done upon time taken. यानी integration of what? P instantaneous dt upon total time taken 0 to t. यहाँ पे P instantaneous क्या होगा? E instantaneous into I instantaneous. दोनों का प्रोडक्ट होगा कि नहीं होगा? उसके बाद में पूरा मैथ्स है तुम्हारा इंटीग्रेशन. ये देखो ना, E नॉट I नॉट आएगा, साइन ओमेगा टी आएगा, ये मल्टीप्लिकेशन होगा. यहाँ पे कौन सा फॉर्मूला यूज करोगे? साइन ऑफ ए प्लस और माइनस बी, साइन ए कॉस बी प्लस और माइनस कॉस ए साइन बी. यूज करो, इंटीग्रेशन करो, वापस तुम्हें साइन स्क्वायर ओमेगा टी डी टी आ जाएगा, जिसको तुम टी बाई 2 करोगे, बाकी का प्रोडक्ट को 0 डाल देना. सर यहाँ पे तुम जब भी देखोगे तो पावर एवरेज गिवन बाय व्हाट फॉर्मूला? फ्रेंड्स, पावर एवरेज इज गिवन बाय द फॉर्मूला, एवरेज पावर इज गिवन बाय द फॉर्मूला ERMS into RMS into cos phi. So power average अगर किसी ने पूछा for LCR circuit students is ERMS into RMS into the phase. मुझे ये बताओ students, pure resistance में what is the formula for power average was? कुछ याद है? कुछ याद है? सर वहां पे सिर्फ ERMS और IRMS था. अभी देखो क्या आ गया स्टूडेंट्स. अगर मैंने बोला कि E और I के बीच में फेज डिफरेंस 0 है, what is cos of 0? What is cos of 0? 1. Am I getting my answer for pure resistance? So how do you remember? How do you remember for LCR circuit average power is ERMS into RMS into cos phi? What is this? What is actually the term I gave it over here also? This was called as apparent power. So now can I say average power is equal to apparent power and true power? Agreed? Sorry. This is your apparent power. This is your true power, and this is called as the power factor. So this is called as a power factor. Cos phi is also called as a power factor. ये हुआ तुम्हारा apparent power और ये हुआ तुम्हारा true power. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's the end of your electromagnetic induction as well as end of your alternating current students. Do keep in mind for your LCR circuit, who leads whom, who lags with whom. Okay, resistance of the pure, the LCR circuit, what exactly resonance circuit ka formula, and when exactly it's going to be in resonance because of the applied frequency which changes XL and XL. At a particular instant दोनों equal हो जाएगा तो ये resistance 0 हो जाएगा. सिर्फ ये impedance R के हिसाब से होगा तो total resistance तुम्हारा कम हो गया. तुम्हारा डायग्राम के अंदर एम्पलीट्यूड मैक्सिमम हो जाएगा, ग्राफ ऊपर की तरफ जाएगा, पीक. वो एक्सेप्टर सर्किट हो गया तुम्हारा. इट्स लाइक दैट. If in case if they ask you how to derive the formula for power, simple. P instantaneous D, ये दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करो. सिंपल मैथ्स है तुम्हारा. सॉल्व करोगे तो ERMS RMS cos phi आ जाएगा. ये हुआ ट्रू पावर, ये हुआ अपरेंट पावर, ये हुआ पावर फैक्टर. अगर पावर फैक्टर 0 हुआ तो मेरा सर्किट इज ओनली प्योर रेजिस्टेंस. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज फेज. अगर मैंने पूछा व्हाट इज tan phi, it's a relation of EL minus EC upon E. Can I write this as EL minus EC upon ER as XL minus XC by R? Yes, current cancel हो जाएगा. E is equal to I into R. So can I write tan phi in terms of resistance also? Why not? अगर मैं tan phi बोलूँ EL minus EC upon ER, तो वो tan phi I can also run XL minus XC upon R. It's a ratio of resistance or the ratio of EMF, keeping current constant. देखो ना, current constant रखना मैंने. देखो सब में current constant रखा मैंने. EMF को इसलिए मैंने प्लस और माइनस में गया, प्लस माइनस में. Agree students?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir,
Yeah.
do you have the recording of the previous 2 lectures?
Already it's there in the YouTube, my dear. It's
Okay.
already on the YouTube. Okay.